Have a good one, guys.
Good morning and welcome to the video. Today is Sunday the 10th of July and that means it is the Barnstaple 10K this morning, which we're on our way to now. So my plans changed last minute for this race actually. I was planning on running down to a registration, which is at Park School, but when I looked this morning I found the run there was going to be about 5k, so I didn't really fancy doing that long of a run for a warm-up and also getting there too early, and so doing the warm-up that far in advance of the race start. So instead we're in the car. Stacey's going to drop me off at registration, go and find somewhere to park and then meet me back at the start line. In terms of expectations for this race, to be honest, I don't really have any. So as you know, if you've watched some of my previous videos, I broke my foot a few months ago, and also having Jack less than 2 weeks ago, obviously my training hasn't been optimal, shall we say. So I've decided this race and next weekend, which is a bit of a triathlon, I'm just going to go in and enjoy it. I'm not going to set any expectations. For this particular race, if I can do it in under 45 minutes, I'll be really pleased with it. But if I don't, I'm not going to be upset. So kit choice for today, I had to be a bit more careful as to what I choose because it's really hot today. It's about 23 degrees at the moment, it's not even 9 o'clock. So I've gone with a visor just to protect some of my head from the sun and mainly to try and stop some sweat going into my eyes. Got my sunglasses, I've got a DHB vest on, DHB shorts, Under Armour not trainers, socks, and in terms of my trainer choice, I was not sure between the Saucony Endorphin Speed 2s or the Hoka Mach 4s. Ultimately, I ended up going with the Sauconys as I find they're more suited to the faster paces. Part of me wanted to go with the Hokas mainly because it was the Sauconys I was wearing where I broke my foot, and the portion of the course where I broke my foot is part of today's race. So there was that nagging feeling in the back of my head that I should probably go for the Hokas. But I thought it was probably just dumb luck that that happened a few months ago, so I went with the Sauconys. Hopefully that all goes well. Not really sure there's much else to say at this point. In terms of what I had for breakfast, it was just a muffin with a bit of jam and peanut butter on. Nothing too heavy at all. I've had plenty of fluids this morning. I've had some electrolytes and some carb powder in there, so hopefully that will see me through. I was thinking about taking a gel, but then I thought 45 minutes is not really worth it, and it just means something else I have to try and carry, so didn't bother with the gel. No on-course nutrition or anything like that. So we're pretty much at Park School now. It's only about a 5-10 minute drive, so I will catch up with you after the race. I was going to bring the GoPro, but then I thought in this heat it's probably going to overheat anyway, and I don't really want the faff of having to carry it or anything like that, so left that at home. So I'll hopefully get some clips of me doing the race. Stacey will hopefully film some stuff, and I'll catch up with you afterwards for a quick debrief.
Have a good one, guys.
Okay, so I'm back from the race this morning, and overall I'm very, very pleased with the result. It went much better than I expected, even considering how hot it is today. So when we were lining up for the race, I placed myself towards the front, but not right at the front, and it went off quick. So the first kilometre was done in around 3 minutes 50. After around the first kilometre, I found myself in a little group with me leading it for most of the way. No one was really taking a turn on the front, and I felt like I needed to push the pace on a bit. So I did that. But then, as a result, I found myself in no man's land for good portions of the race. In terms of the heat, it was absolutely horrible. I think it was like 24, 25 degrees at 10 o'clock in the morning, so really horrible running conditions. There was one water station at the 5k mark. When I arrived, I took 2 cups, drank one or tried to drink one as I was running, and then poured the other one over my head. Ideally, there would have been more water stations, especially considering the weather. Perhaps one at the 3k mark and the 7k mark. But to be fair to the organisers, they are a very small local charity, so to even have one water station was very much appreciated. In terms of the elevation, it wasn't too bad. I think it was just over 100 metres in total. The race started with a downhill from Park School into Rock Park. The majority of the race then was flat. We did go over a bridge at one point, so obviously we're going up and then down the other side. After the hill, it was pretty much flat again until the last maybe 500 meters. We were coming back through Rock Park and then up the hill to Park School. Now, considering it was really hot today, I'm actually quite pleased with how well I coped with it. I heard a lot of people talking afterwards saying they had to walk portions of the race because of the heat. Overall, I came 14th out of around 180 runners, and my finishing time was 43 minutes and 48 seconds. And that is a new 10K PB for me, beating the previous time I set, I think it was 44:12, which was done as the first 10K at the Bideford Half Marathon, which was earlier in the year. Now, this may not seem particularly fast to you, but for me, I was really pleased with it. I went in there with no expectations. I thought to myself, if I can do 45 minutes, I'll be happy with that. So to knock almost 90 seconds off that, I was really pleased with. Especially when you consider how it is an abnormally hot day. It hasn't been that long really, if you think about it, since I've started running again since breaking my foot, and having a newborn son who is still less than 2 weeks old. I gained a lot of confidence from this race, and I'm really excited to see how I can progress further. As I'm not really doing any more triathlons this year after Bideford next weekend, my plans in terms of running are going to be a sub 20 minute 5K and a sub 43 minute 10K. So yeah, to wrap up the video, really pleased with that result. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to drop it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell for notifications. If you click on the screen just here, you can see my most recent video. Again, I'm a bit all over the place with the video uploads at the moment, so bear with me, but that's where you can find my latest one. So please do check that out. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.